Hi everybody, my name is Adriana and today's lesson is Food Story Swap. So typically when we would do this lesson in class, we would pair up with our classmates and we would tell each other food stories and we'd swap. But because we don't have that right now, I encourage you to do this with family members, parents, siblings, cousins, aunt, uncles, grandparents, anybody who's around you, or if you're able to call your friends and your classmates, call them up and encourage each other to share these stories. This lesson is a really great way for you to get to know other people around you, people in your community, as well as understanding yourself, your family traditions, your cultural traditions a little bit better. So again, if we were in class, we would be pairing up with people, but today I want you to use a paper and a pencil, and I want you to almost interview yourself. I've included all these interview questions. They were meant for you to ask your classmates, but instead I want you to ask yourself these questions because this really encourages self-reflection, understanding who we are, what our cultures are, and what our traditions are. So in this worksheet, you're going to see questions like, what is your favorite food to eat for breakfast? What is your favorite snack? Do you know of a food tradition that's important to your community or your family? What foods don't you like to eat and why not? And what foods have you never tried and why not? Get really creative and in-depth with your answers. Really think about the questions, what they're asking, and what you want to say when you answer this. Just imagine somebody's interviewing you for like a TV show or something, and you want to give the best possible answer that you can. If you have family members, classmates that you can call, do this interview with them and just write down the questions. You can ask people face to face. You can write down your own questionnaires for people to fill out. And it's really interesting to see what people's responses and their answers are to these questions. And again, you can get to know them better. Pause the video on these questions and take about 10 to 15 minutes to answer them. Again, you're timing yourself, so if you need more time than that or less than that, feel free to keep moving forward with the video as you see fit. Wonderful. I hope you've learned some things about yourself or about your family members or about your friends. The next part, again, can be interactive if you're able to reach out to people and you have other people around you that are willing to participate in this and do this lesson with you. If not, you can totally do this section on your own. You're going to make a visual representation of what you wrote down in those questions. You're going to make a visual representation of the things that you learned about yourself or others through those questions. So this is a time that you're going to get to be creative. You can draw. So all you need is a paper, some pencils, and crayons or markers if you have them. So on your paper, you're going to draw 1, 2, 3 things that you learned about yourself or others through this questioning. So be as creative as you want, as descriptive as you want. Again, it's a time for you to be creative and to really show what you've learned. So if you talked about a certain type of food that you do or do not like, celebrations you've had with your families, cultures, and what you do to celebrate your culture and to honor your culture and your history, draw that out to the best of your ability, be as detailed as possible. And if you are able to interview somebody, the same for them. Draw 2 or 3 things that you learned about them and be as detailed as possible. If you need to ask them more questions, go ahead and ask them. You need that information to create a full picture and to really depict what you've learned. I'm sure you did a beautiful job on your work. You've done an amazing job today, and I'll see you soon.